Bing, Sunday session again. We've missed a few last couple of weeks. Been a bit of a rough trot, busy life, stuff like that. And probably that's a great topic of discussion today, easy mode versus hard mode. And Murray said he's going to get on. Hopefully Scotty can join us too. That'd be awesome to have a massive conversation and see how we go. I'll wait for... Muzz said he's going to try on the laptop, so we'll just have to wait for the lag and see what happens. But yeah, I got some stories about easy mode versus hard mode today. And we'll see. Muzz is doing his thing, so we'll wait till he gets on. And stuff like that. But yeah, Sunday session. Didn't do last week because I was not into it, and neither was Muzz. So it's about having the right attitude and the right energy when you do these videos, because sometimes you're just not in the right headspace to do it, but sometimes you got to do it. Anyway, water time. And yeah, so don't I need my water today after choices that I made yesterday, hence the hard mode I'm in today. So, and I'm sure you can imagine what that might have made. You know, yes, a few too many extracurricular bevies that have paid the price for this morning, which is quite contradictory to what we talk about on this page, and we talk about hydration and good life choices. So that was, that's part of the fun stuff that we'll bring in with Muzz when he gets on. He said he would, so therefore it's done. Man of his word. Yeah, choices I made yesterday I've made today harder than normal, but how to do life on easy mode as well. So what choices do you make on a daily to take your life to easy mode? And intention with this video today is to make a great video for the AI thing to chop up into reels for the week, because I've been slacking the last couple of weeks with one time we didn't make a video, one time after several attempts the AI generator for the reels was busy and it kept glitching out. So after several attempts over 3 or 4 days, I just moved on. But that is how it is. Where are you, Muzz? You said you were coming. Laptop must be a bit slow. Anyway, I'll keep talking to myself while he's getting here. So easy mode choices. I can see him there. Wonder if I can just beat him to the punch. We'll click the tabs. Approve. Murray's being added. And here's Murray, the man of his word today.
G'day, Stuart. G'day, everyone. How are we?
Mate, I am on hard mode today, as I was explaining to the people. So, hard mode for me, because I might have had a few extra Friday frothy extracurricular bevies. I had a night out, and a good night it was. That we
Awesome.
A bit of team bonding type stuff. But so today's on hard mode, requiring a bit of extra hydration.
Oh, I bet you're bloody making most of that. What, you're not a bloody man of hair of the dog, Stuart?
No, there's a limit, right? There's a limit. So I drank yesterday what I would normally drink over the period of 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
So I had a good
nice.
day, not extremely hungover, but enough is there that I know, right, I've got to play it smart. Dad vibes and stuff like that. Still got to hang the washing out, and still got to do the dishes, and still got to cook the dinner. Still got to entertain the young fella. Whether you're hungover or not, still got to be done. So, job's a job.
Absolutely. You look very bright for a man who's bloody had a bit on.
Well,
But this is the thing, with these sort of choices, you can either make it as hard as easy you want to be.
yeah, and maybe that's the benefits of the choices that we made a few years ago, is the newer ability to handle stress. We'll call it a stress. And making those choices, and it's not as hard as it used to be. Whether it's just the change of the extracurricular flavour, because I've gone to the Matzo's ginger beer style, because that allows me to be sociable and enjoy a light drink without being limited by what I used to drink. By a limit of 4 would just about floor me. Now I can have 3 or 4, and I'm still a normal human being, not under the massive influence of the immense amount of alcohol. But that creates, because I'm hydrated before I start, the ability to handle it better is a key point. Same as playing footy, or same as like you are studying right now. So do you have a routine that helps you study? Do you find different things, like before you sit down and do a big session for uni, do you have a cold shower, drink a heap of water so you can focus? Or do you find, have you tried things like that? Easy mode, hard mode?
Well, look, let's say that perhaps this term I'm on hard mode, because I'm not doing anything like that at all. I'm not organised at all, and the term's really over. So I've really fulfilled the lack of expectations of being last term was wicked, and because last term university was teaching us a lot about organising yourselves, and so I capitalised on that a lot by creating planners. My family and I had big discussions about what I needed to do, how much time I needed to spend working with our business, as opposed to also needing to spend my time doing schoolwork. And with that, what I do is that, prior to every session, like you're saying, so for me, getting ready was involved making sure I had at least 2 litres of water beside my desk or on the table with me. Everything's charged up. Got my notebook, ruled up, lined up, ready to go. All my pens are working, etc., etc., etc. And look, it was hard yakka, because it's new getting back into school, learning things. It's acquiring new skills. This term is very hard compared to last, because I haven't organised myself enough to do so. So now, having made my choice, or not. What's the thing that a friend of mine says? Not changing your way is a choice that you make. And so inadvertently, I've chosen to make this hard for myself by not implementing the tools I learnt last term. So I've now found, through that, learning that next term, I'm going to make it easy for myself. Like, right, here's a planner, here's a structure, I will be doing it this way, da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
And then you go back to easy mode. So, and that's probably a great lesson that you're learning in the steps to success. That sort of phrase is thrown around everywhere for business models and stuff like that. But it is a simple analogy for something like learning a new skill, or like you are going back to uni, the steps and the processes to do something like making a Facebook video or learning how to create reels, stuff like that. There's an easy way and a hard way, but then you've just lived through an experience that you found what the easy way worked for you. There is a hard way, and now you're going to go create the easy. There's a little bit of work to create the easy way, but then that's not hard anymore, because you now know the steps to create the easy way, which is
Absolutely.
And it's probably a simple. That's one way. Some people learn, like trying to teach my young fella stuff. Sometimes he can listen and learn. Sometimes he has to see it to learn it. sometimes he has to do it to learn it. And lots of people, myself included, have done a lot of things the hard way where you have to make the mistake to learn the lesson. You know, the stove is hot.
And with that in mind, is that and that analogy is perfect, because how many times has someone told us not to do something a certain way because it's going to be hard or hurt, and we've gone, we know best. We find out the thing, you know, like actually, yeah, okay, that stove is hot, and so we don't touch that anymore, or we, you know, well, yeah, some people never cook again, but for the most part, people learn respect for that then and go, okay. And unfortunately, I don't think that really ever goes away. But I think what happens over time is that you learn, you know, the choice you make to either listen to that advice that the stove is hot, you take it, you know, do I actually listen to this because of X, Y, Z, or do I take a risk and go around and try to touch the stove another way? If that makes sense.
And probably the biggest, something I've learned in the last couple of years of my learning and adjusting life skills, mental parameters and stuff like that, is the mentors that I follow, changing my mentors, then change the learning, the way I learn by listening. I can listen to their mistakes, be business mistakes, life skill mistakes. You know, so updating the wardrobe to dress better is going to take time and money, but then listening to the advice for all the guys that wear the suits and look like big businessmen, there's a formula for it. You know, the 5 suits you can buy to have like dozens of combinations. So you don't have to have 25 suits, but you've got 25 combinations from 5 suits. Or, you know, for lack of there's heaps more combinations. But then guys who dress in a business sense, if they use this system, look fresh every day because they're not wearing the same suit every day, and they get to rotate it. So then it's not, you know, you can have, you know, you got grey, your powder blue, your white, not your white suit, but your cream suit and a black suit and whatever. And then the pants go with the jackets, go with different shirts. And, you know, you got 3 shirts, 5 suits. That's 2-3 weeks of combinations of suits to wear. So there's steps that someone I've learned to go, when I go do, because the plan is to develop the skills to go talk in front of tens of thousands of people and look a certain way to talk about business and stuff like that. So presenting as a business person and having this ability to look fresh every time will come back through in the content that, hey, this guy is presenting this way, and maybe he's an authority or a guy I could follow, because so my mentors, changing my bigger mentors, so the people you follow, it's where you want to get to. Don't take advice from someone who's not where you want to be. Is probably the key to that message. Like, why?
Yeah,
in farming, why would we take advice from a broke farmer? In finance, why would you take advice from someone who left the bank, who's not in the bank, or who failed at businesses? You don't take advice from people like that unless they've turned that failure into a huge success. So I know there's a lot of failures in business and life before you then create the magic, the formula for success in your version of life. And lots of highly successful entrepreneur people have failed many times to then find the formula that works for them to be the successful version.
Absolutely. And just in that, Stuart, I've just got to add my 2 cents worth there, because it's something we've talked about often in the past in our areas about failed business people and those who offer advice. And I think there's 2 ways to take that, to be honest, because yes, you're right, a lot of them leave the business, whether it's property, whether it's farm or in town, whatever. They leave that and then they try to tell you how to run your business. I did it this way, that way. Yeah, but I'm sorry, but where are you now?
It didn't work, did it?
It didn't work, did it? But the next thing is to turn it around and listen to the ones who will admit to their mistakes, because they're the ones who can say, look, hey, I stuffed up. I because of this, I did this happen. And so, and look, not all those people, it's just occurred to me, a lot of those people who can do that, not many of them leave the business in the end. They can rebuild, but sometimes, they do for whatever reason. But again, to make life easier for yourself, I think that's where what you're saying about listening to people is so important, because it's an easy way to gain experience.
Yeah. And I think your analysis of I was probably a bit harsh in saying don't listen to a failed businessman, but your analysis was right. That you do get people that might fail a business, and I've from the outside I've failed a few, but I do still understand the financials of running a business and what I've done wrong, and I can admit that what I've done wrong, and and you do listen to those people, because you can't learn. You learn from other people's mistakes. That's part of the lesson, or the universal lesson.
And I'm not discounting what you're saying either, Stuart, because I'm just a habitual fence sitter, so I tend to see things from both sides and see how you can turn, get the best out of anything. Sometimes you just can't get a good thing from a buddy anything, but no, look, it's.
You can't get blood out of a stone, Muzz. That's one I use quite often.
That's the one. I knew there was something in there somewhere. I was trying to think what it was. Yes, no, exactly right. Yeah. Now, Stuart, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to love and leave you here. Because I just, as I said to you before, I need to keep on with this. But thanks for having me on today.
Mate. You got to get into it.
I'm on hard mode, and so I'm just loving this hard mode business. So I'm gagging for it.
Oh, you have a great day, Muzz. I'll waffle on for a bit after, but while you're here, because I'll include you in the sign off as we normally do. Thanks to the farmers that grow all the food. Thanks to the truckies that transport all our goods around the world. And thanks to the veterans and service people that have created our freedom and protect our great country. So, peace out.
Amen. And thank you all.
You have a great day, Muzz, and sign off.
Cheers.
And I will explain to these beautiful people what hard mode is for me at the moment.
Absolutely. Enjoy, and hopefully it doesn't get too much harder for you today.
Easy solutions, mate. Oh, that's a great chat with Muzz. So I'll get straight into the point. So hard mode for me, if you didn't know, I had a few too many beers last night. But the easy steps to get through my day is, one, the mindset to know that I have to do these jobs. And two, drink my water to get back hydrated. Know what foods I'm eating. Understand how that affects my body. So that's the easy steps to create life in an easier mode. But probably the easiest thing that I've learned on how to make life easy is to stop making excuses. So I've got a headache, so I can't hang the washing out is a shit excuse. The washing still needs to be hung out. So stop making excuses for your life as to why you can't do something, and find a way to do the stuff you need to do. Because it's the simple things that you start at home, the little wins that start at home, to then create success at work or further out in life, social life. The more wins you put into your day, and it is a mindset thing. So, and pretty much it's a get off your ass and do it type thing. So I'll leave it at that. Everyone have a great day. Train hard, drink lots of water. Peace out, and be good to each other.